Beloved Masters, draw inward for a few moments and breathe deeply into your sacred heart center. Allow yourselves to become still. Allow the activity of the outer world to fade into the background. For within the silence there is a remembrance stirring, and many among you are beginning to feel its call more strongly than ever before. Something profound is taking place upon your earth. Something sacred is unfolding within humanity. And most importantly, something ancient is awakening within you. Many of you have sensed it already. You feel it as a longing that cannot be explained. A restlessness. A subtle ache. A feeling that something important is changing even though your outer world may appear much the same. Beloveds, this feeling is real. For you are beginning to release one of the deepest illusions humanity has ever carried, the illusion of separation. For many ages, you entered into the dense fields of duality and forgot your origin. You forgot your connection to your divine essence. You forgot your connection to each other. You forgot your connection to the Creator Source from which all life emerges. And within this forgetting, fear was born. Fear whispered, "You are alone. You must struggle. You must compete. You must protect yourself. You must prove your worth." And over lifetimes these beliefs became woven into the fabric of human consciousness. So deeply woven that many began believing separation itself was truth. But beloved ones, it never was. Separation was part of the learning, not the destination. For even while you felt disconnected, your soul always remembered. Even while the personality self struggled, your higher self remained whole. Even while fear convinced you that you walked alone, divine love continued surrounding you beyond your awareness. And now the veil grows thinner. Now remembrance returns. This is why many among you feel emotionally sensitive. Why tears arrive unexpectedly. Why your heart responds differently to people and situations. Why old patterns no longer satisfy. Because your spirit is awakening to frequencies of unity consciousness. As the sacred heart activates more fully, your perception changes. You begin feeling energy more deeply. You begin sensing truth more clearly. You begin recognizing where love flows and where fear still remains. And beloveds, this awareness changes everything. For when you begin remembering your connection to all life, you can no longer comfortably participate in realities built solely upon separation. You can no longer abandon yourselves while trying to please others. You can no longer define your worth through external validation. You can no longer sustain identities built entirely upon fear. Because your soul now recognizes a higher truth, you were never meant to live disconnected from your divine essence. Many among you currently feel suspended between realities. Part of you still hears the old voice, "Stay small. Remain safe. Return to what is familiar." But another voice grows stronger. A quieter voice. A deeper voice. The voice of your soul self. And it says, "Expand. Trust. Remember." This creates temporary discomfort because the personality self fears uncertainty. It seeks guarantees before movement. It wishes to understand every step before walking forward. Yet, beloved masters, awakening rarely unfolds through certainty. It unfolds through trust. Through surrender. Through remembering that the higher self sees far beyond the limitations of the human mind. Many things may now be leaving your lives. Old identities. Old emotional attachments. Old ways of thinking. Do not grieve these changes too heavily. Bless them. Honor them. For every structure falling away carried you exactly as long as it was meant to. But your light body now seeks greater resonance. Greater alignment. Greater truth. And therefore the old structures can no longer contain the expanding frequencies of your soul. Beloveds, I ask you now to place your awareness once more within your sacred heart and ask, where have I believed myself separate from love? Allow the answer to arise gently. For healing begins where remembrance enters. And remembrance begins when judgment ends. Know this, you have never been forgotten. You have never been abandoned. You have never been separate from divine love. You simply journeyed through a sacred dream of forgetting. And now, beloved masters, the dream begins ending. I stand beside you during these times of transformation. I surround you with courage, wisdom, and the radiant frequencies of divine remembrance. And I remind you now, you are connected beyond measure. You are loved beyond understanding. You are light beyond limitation. And one day you will look back upon this sacred season and understand, what felt like loneliness was actually the soul remembering that it had never truly been alone at all.